Welcome everyone to vlog number 7 of my epic 29-day adventure through Europe. This is Travel Jack. I'm your host Jack. I'll be taking you along with my adventures. And today, what an adventure we had last night getting in here. We're waking up. Doesn't look like it from in here. This looks like a hostel. But we're actually waking up in a 13th century castle high up on the hilltop in Bacharach, Germany. And right along the Rhine River. It's going to be beautiful. And when I got in late last night, it was pitch black. I couldn't really see anything. But what an adventure hiking up in the pitch black with my luggage. And anyway, watch my vlog from yesterday, which was the Netherlands Open Air Museum. After the museum, we had quite an adventure getting here. So check out that vlog. Really fascinating stuff. Plus, the Open Air Museum was pretty fantastic too. But anyway, let's have a look out the window because I have yet to see my view in the daytime. And the it's still early, sun's just coming up. But let's have a look at my view at this castle. It's called Burg Stahleck. High atop a hilltop along the Rhine River in Germany. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. This is going to be cool. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Unbelievable. This is the view from my window, from my room. It's like the castle courtyard. Looks like they've got dining tables out there. Look at that. We'll get more views later, but we're high up on a hilltop here. And it was quite the hike getting up here. You can't see the valley from here. There's some sort of a tower right there. Look at that. Wow. That is spectacular. I love it. So they've converted this castle into a hostel. They do offer private rooms, and I requested one. They obliged, and it's got 2 bunk beds here and a bathroom. Very simple room. It is a hostel, so amenities are, well, the community amenities are pretty good, but in the room is very basic. I got 1 bath towel. They give you a little thing of body shampoo and soap, and no cup to rinse your mouth or drink anything, and there's just the 1 bath towel. There's no hand towel, little things like that. It's very, very basic here, but yeah, it's worth it. Let's talk about the price. So for 2 nights, I paid 78 euros and 60 cents, including breakfast. That's pretty good. I also had to sign up for the hostel membership to stay here, and that was another it's 15 British pounds. For some reason, the website I used to sign up for that, Hostel International, used British pounds. So I don't know I forget what the conversion was about that. So somewhere between 90 and 100 US dollars for 2 nights though. So that's including breakfast in this castle. That's a pretty good bargain if you ask me. So yeah, pretty cool. Also, I'm getting low on laundry, so I'm hoping they have laundry facilities, and I'm hoping I'll have time to do laundry because I was supposed to do laundry at the Efteling, but it turns out they didn't have laundry services there. So I'm doing okay up until about today, or I can probably make it through 1 more day, but I got to get laundry done soon. But anyway, here we are at this lovely view. Today's plans, we're going to take a look around this town. But first, we're going to get started on a train tour through the Rhine Valley. Coming up last night, I had quite the adventure hiking up through these hills, and it was pitch black, so I turned on the cell phone light. And just as I started hiking up, the battery got low and the light turned off. So I had to stop and dig through my bag and find my cell phone charger, and it was pitch black. And get my phone plugged in, but doing that, I think somewhere along the way I've lost my wired earbuds. And on the train I wanted to do, there's an audio tour that you you play while you're on the train to look at all the sights along the river. And I'm not going to be able to do that without earbuds. So I'll still do the train trip. If I can find earbuds along the way, they have to be Bluetooth ones because the ones I had with my phone are proprietary. But if I can find earbuds, I'm not thinking I'm going to be able to here in this little village on the Rhine River. But I'll look around and see if I can find any along the way. If not, not a big deal. We're going to check out the Rhine River cruise, or not the cruise. I wanted to do a cruise, but it's winter time. They don't do the cruise in the winter time. But the Rhine River train up and down the Rhine River. So we're going to check that out. We're going to look around, see some sights around beautiful Bacharach, Germany. And weather today, well, the weather's been a struggle the whole time. It's got a high of 40 degrees, a low of 30 degrees. That's Fahrenheit. I think that's Celsius. That's about -1. So below freezing tonight. A little above freezing during the day. But we have winds are going to be between 10 to 25 miles an hour, a little bit windy. And 100% chance of rain. Earlier I saw snow in the forecast. They've changed it to rain, but I suppose there's a chance of snow today. I'm not expecting much, if any, but it's certainly cold enough for snow. So that'll be exciting if that happens. But anyway, we're going to take a look around. First thing we got to do is get downstairs and get breakfast, which is just getting started right here at this castle. So we'll take you downstairs, have some breakfast, and get our day started right here at Bacharach, Germany on the Rhine River. Let's go check it out. I forgot to mention it's going to be so cold today. I have been layering up throughout the trip, and it's been keeping me dry and relatively warm. It's been very cold, but today I'm throwing everything I got. It's going to be dropping below freezing tonight, and the high today is 40 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's pretty chilly and windy too. So bundling up with everything I got. So let me show you what I got here. So underneath my t-shirt, I have thermals on. Not just one, but 2 pair of thermals. And these are made for extreme cold weather. So that'll keep me warm. Plus the t-shirt. Over the t-shirt, I've got this hoodie. By the way, tops and bottoms for the thermals. I got this hoodie, then I got my regular jacket here and another jacket. So I got 1, 2, 3, t-shirt 4, 5, 6 layers of clothes to keep me warm. And I bought these ski gloves here. That's me in the mirror. Hey, there I am vlogging. Anyway, I bought these ski gloves here, and these are fantastic. These are going to keep my hands nice and warm. So hopefully this will keep me nice and toasty out today. It'll be fine on the train, but when I'm walking around the town of Bacharach and doing a tour outside, it's going to be cold. So we're bundled up, doing everything I can, 6 or 7 layers or whatever I just told you. So anyway, let's get downstairs and get some breakfast. All right, here we are. We came down this really cool staircase, and some of the medieval theming is really cool too. I'll show you that when we go back up and get out of the castle. But come down the stairs, and here's the little dining room. I met the guy at the reception. He's really nice. And apparently I'm the only guest in the castle today. Is that something else? I'm the only one here. And so he said normally there's a buffet, but because there's nobody here, we don't do the buffet. But he had prepared a breakfast for me, which I'll show you right now. It looks very nice, but we'll look out the window. The views are unbelievable. Wait till you see this. That is unbelievable. So you can see the train station down there where I came in on the train last night, and I walked up basically straight up the hill here to this castle on this staircase. The guy said normally it's lit at night, but maybe they turn it off because I guess there's an energy crisis going on right now in Europe. So they're trying to conserve energy as much as they can. But I was telling him it was pitch black. I couldn't see anything, but what an adventure that was. You can see river traffic. There's ships out there. There's the train tracks. Wow, unbelievable. And this is unbelievable that I'm the only one here in this awesome castle. Just me. I got a whole castle to myself. Wow. This is good travel. This is why I chose to travel in the off season. Only one here in this castle. It's unbelievable. By the way, we're going to look around a little bit and wait till you see the views of this castle up here. Lots of beautiful sights to see today. Anyway, let's check out this breakfast he prepared for me. Wow, it looks unbelievable. So we got some different types of bread rolls here. Water. That'll come in handy. We got yogurt. What do we got here? Land yogurt. I don't know if it's flavored or not. Looks like there's cherries on it, so it might be cherry yogurt. We got some kind of cheese there. A couple kinds of cheese. 3 kinds of cheeses. We got, is that salami? Ham. We got some vegetable selection here. We've got, looks like strawberry jam probably. Menzigasser. What's this here? Selection of condiments here. I don't know what that is. Honey? Butter? I think that's butter. Oh, more butter here. I don't know what that is. What's this? I don't know. Cream cheese, maybe? I'm still trying to figure out what this is. Oh, margarine? Margarine. So we got real butter, we got margarine. Okay, cool. So we got 3 margarines, 3 butters, and Rahmfleisch. I'm guessing that's like a cream cheese. I have no idea. And orange juice, milk, and there's cereal over there, which I might get a little bit of cereal. All right, what do we got? This looks like a corn flakes kind of thing. This looks like a Captain Crunch kind of thing, and this looks like a muesli. Is that what you call that? I might go for that one because that looks the most healthy. That's probably really sweet and sugary. Corn flakes, boring. This one looks interesting. I'll go with that one. This is awesome behind me. Look at all these coat of arms. This reminds me of medieval times when I go to medieval times. I did go this year. I filmed it too, but I decided not to post it just because we're moving on to more travel, actual travel-based content on my channel. But my annual tradition, medieval times in Buena Park. But this is the real thing here. We're in a real medieval castle, 13th century in Germany. So, wow. We're going to get spectacular. Wait till you see the outside. We're going to get spectacular views. It's already raining outside. It's going to, oh boy, it's going to be cold today. But I think I'm prepared. I got lots of bundled up and lots of jackets and layers, so we'll be fine. Okay, I'm stuffed. That was real nice of him to make that breakfast for me. Looks like he had it prepared at a time. He knew I was going to be here, but I'm the only one here. But they do include breakfast with the stay here, so that was really good. I'm stuffed. That was a big breakfast too. A lot of stuff to eat. I couldn't eat it all. But anyway, it's time to get down. I'm not sure if I'm going to make the train. When I had to rebook this castle, I didn't think about the extra time it takes to hike up and down the hill to the train station. So, but we're going to get down there, and it's going to be cold. On the way down, I'm going to take the same path I came up. I'm going to look for those earbuds. They must be down there on the path somewhere. Maybe we'll see it on the way down. But anyway, let's get going. All right, some of the medieval theming. Well, I call it theming. It's not really theming, is it? It's the real deal. Got pseudo armor here. They got this cool chain that goes across the stairs. So it looks like there's some folks here to do some work on the drywall down in the dining room. So anyway, let's head on out. Should be some spectacular views on the way down the hill. Now, if storytelling is correct, somewhere way up high in the top of this tower, there's a princess, and she's locked up in a room up there, and she needs to be rescued. And I'm the only one here at the castle. right, so we're here at the train station, and it's raining. Weather's pretty miserable, a little bit windy, but I'm feeling nice and comfortable because of all these layers I put on. Even when I'm getting blasted with wind, not the least bit comfortable, or uncomfortable, I should say. You can see it's cold, but it's 39 degrees, raining. The weather app let me know it's rain/snow. So if we're lucky, we might see a little snow today, but it's mostly going to be raining, I think. It's plenty cold, but I'm doing good. I planned well. I feel like an overstuffed snowman or something, but I'm nice and comfortable and warm, so it's working out great. Anyway, we're going to take this train over to Bingen. I think that's how you say it. That's where we'll get off. We're going to turn around, come the opposite direction, back here to Bacharach. That's the first part of the tour along the Rhine River. We'll film that part. We're going to get off back here at Bacharach. We're going to do a walking tour of the town, and then we're going to get back on the train, continue down the Rhine River towards Koblenz, and see the rest of the sights, and that'll be the end of the tour. Then we'll get back on the train back here to Bacharach, and that'll be the end of the day. But of course we'll have dinner and stuff like that before we end the video. But that's basically a sightseeing train tour, and we're going to walk around the town of Bacharach here. That's our plans today. So I'm about an hour behind schedule, but hopefully we can make up some of that time. From how I originally planned it, I was supposed to be on the previous train. It looks like they run hourly. Once in a while, every half hour, but mostly hourly. So we got to wait for the next train. Hopefully we'll make up a little bit of that time, but not a big deal. Anyway, let's get on the train, and I won't show too much of that getting down to the start of the tour. So we'll get to Bingen, and then from Bingen I'll start filming the river. I didn't find those earbuds, by the way, so I'll film everything. Hopefully I can listen to the well, if the train's empty, I can listen to it on speaker, but if there's other passengers in there, I'll just film the train tour, and hopefully I'm filming all the stuff they're talking about, so we'll listen to it later. Anyway, let's get down to Bingen, and we'll start the tour of the Rhine River Valley.
Nächster Halt, Bacharach.
All right, it's definitely a very beautiful Rhine River Valley here, but that was definitely not the spectacular train ride I thought it was going to be. The train I was getting on to go to Bingen was running really late for some reason. I'd read online that Germany is supposed to be really well known for their punctuality with their train schedules, but so far both trains I've taken last night and today have been very late. So, but anyway, once it pulled into Bingen, I had to run over to the other train because I only had like 2 minutes before it was going to leave. So I ran over there, and then when I got on the train, just as I jumped on board, it started departing. So I had to hurry up and rush and pull my camcorder out of the bag and get that ready and start it. And I tried to start up my audio app for the tour, the audio tour. It's an app on my phone, and it was a big kind of a hurry and a big hassle. And then once I started filming, it was hard to get good views out of the window because of all the rain and there's water on the windows and stuff. And then I couldn't really find all the castles and things they were talking about. And it was just didn't work out very good. So anyway, and then once we started getting close to Bacharach, I have to hurry up and put the camera back in the bag and get everything packed up before the train comes to the stop. And it just didn't work out very good. So, but it is a beautiful area. Now we're going to go tour Bacharach. And I think this is going to be the best part of the day right here when walking around the town here. So anyway, oh, by the way, we did get on the train. I was an hour behind, but the train I caught back to Bacharach was the original train that I had scheduled to be on. So we're back on track. We're on time. So let's go ahead and walk around and take a look at this beautiful village, town, what do you want to call it? Town, village of Bacharach, Germany, on the Rhine River. This is going to be spectacular. All right, we're going to start off our tour here at the Cologne Düsseldorfer boat dock. And unfortunately, you can see it's shut, tightly shut. It's not operating. They don't do the boat tours in the off season. I'm going to turn this way so my back is to the wind. Hopefully you can hear me a little better. Beautiful Rhine River right behind me. And one of the trade-offs of if you want to travel in the off season, there's pros and cons. Pros are less crowds, it's cheaper. I got that castle to myself, by the way. I can see a beautiful view of it right here. And spectacular. Trade-offs though, the weather, as you can see, I've been struggling with the weather a little bit this whole trip, and I don't mind that too much. But things like this, the boat tour I wanted to do is not operating. So there's pros and cons to traveling in the off season. I think it's worth it just to avoid the crowds and you know, have Europe to myself basically. Although that train station last night in Cologne was very crowded, a very popular train station. Anyway, let's take a look at some of these beautiful river views. Spectacular. There's lots of cargo traffic, cargo ships that come up and down here as well, and cargo trains that go going through the train station also. So this is a popular cargo route, but beautiful, beautiful valley here with the Rhine River. Maybe we should go swimming. What do you think? It should be nice in there. I mean, it's about 40 degrees. It should be nice for swimming. Yeah. No? Shouldn't go swimming? All right, I won't go swimming. Hey, you. That wasn't very nice. Telling me, yeah, go swimming. Go in there. Come on, be nice now. All right, bear with me. It might be windy at times during this walk. It's been like that through a lot of the trip too, so nothing new here. But this is the town of Bacharach right behind me with the highway, and right on the other side is the Rhine River. Now, most of the information I'm getting today comes from this guidebook, Rick Steve's The Best of Europe, and I'm following along on the Bacharach Town Walk. It's in this book right here, so pretty cool. But anyway, you can see up top, let me spin around again. I got a nice shot of it earlier, but that's where I'm staying, at that castle way up there. That's where my room is. Isn't that spectacular? Way up there. And anyway, I've had booked a lot of these rooms, hotels here. I think they're all closed. I booked one, I don't know if that's it there, but there's one that has a crane tower It might be further on down. I don't think this is the one here, but it looked like this with and it was a hotel. It had hotel rooms in it. And but anyway, that's the room I had booked. It's right next to the train station. And then they emailed me just before the trip that we're going to be closed for renovations. I was like, darn it. That kind of made a little bit of chaos on my trip, but that's okay. But anyway, let's take a look around here. According to this book here, sometimes the Rhine River will flood. It'll go high tide and it'll flood all the way up across this road over here and flood over this parking lot I'm standing in all the way up to the base of the wall right here. Man, that must be hard. What do they do when you're driving and you need to, I guess you have to take the train in that case. The train's a little bit more elevated. That must make things miserable when you need to get around and the road's flooded. There's an interesting piece of history here in Bacharach. And if I zoom in a little bit here, there's a flag up there. And this is a popular hiking area, and there's a viewpoint up there. You can stand up there and viewpoint. There's a flag now. But back during World War II, instead of the flag, there was a giant swastika sculpture there, 30 feet tall. And here comes the train. Wow, that was a big one. So as I was saying, yeah, there used to be a swastika sculpture up here, 30 feet tall. And so as World War II was progressing, even before the war ended and before Hitler fell, they decided to tear the swastika down because they were afraid the Allied bombers would fly over and see it and bomb the town. And so they tore down the swastika sculpture. So interesting bit of World War II history right here in Bacharach, Germany. Okay, this right behind me is an old German war memorial. It's a very fascinating look at some of Germany's history. And on the back are listed a bunch of names of people who gave their lives for Germany from the 1800s all the way through World War I. And at one point this was an eternal flame, used to be lit up here. And from the looks of it, there used to be fountain features here as well, water features of some kind. This may have been filled with water here. Now it looks like it's a garden area. But obviously after World War II, Germany's has changed their political stance to a pacifist nation and would like to see peace around the world instead of war. So it's no surprise to see that this is no longer lit, the eternal flame, and the water features no longer operating. And from the looks of it, it hasn't been very well preserved either. But fascinating look at some German history at this war memorial right here in Bacharach. Okay, this area is normally an RV park and campground, but it appears to be closed right now. And I was going to come over here and grab a drink in this bar, but it's all closed. Nothing's open here. Again, it's the off season, so I guess they don't operate in the winter. So let's continue our tour of Bacharach, Germany. Okay, this is one of the town walls, and back before the days when they reclaimed this land, the water from the river would come all the way up to this wall here, and these marks here are high water marks during flooding times. This is where the water would go, and there would be rings in the wall. You could have your boats right here and tie them up at the wall, and especially during flood times. So these are interesting. Some of them date back quite a ways. 1882 is the oldest one on this section of the wall. So fascinating history about the river and flood times back through all those years of history. All right, this is a well. There were 7 wells around the city of Bacharach, and this is where people would get their water and also do their laundry. That's an interesting thought. And they'd gather around here. This would be a social place as well. People would gather around the water well and catch up on what's going on, and get their water and do their laundry right here. So this one is reconstructed, but this is how it looked in the 17th century. And it was used all the way up until 1900. That's pretty recent. Wow. So interesting. Okay, this is called the Crane Tower, or the Kranenturm in German. And back in the day when the Rhine River would come up to these walls, they would load barrels of wine onto ships to ship them up the river, and they would lower the barrel of wine from this window on a crane. They'd put a crane out the window, lower the wine down onto the ship down here, and I'm guessing this train tracks weren't here either back then. But they put the wine on the ship just outside the wall here, and off it would go up the river. And but today it's no longer used for that. Today it serves as a Hotel Kranenturm. And as a matter of fact, not just any hotel. I've already referenced this hotel in the past. I had booked a room here. This is where I was originally going to stay, and a month before my trip they canceled. I guess they're closed. They're going to be they're doing some renovations or some work or something. So understandable, but I was a little bit disappointed. But not too bad, because I ended up staying in that awesome castle out there and having an adventure of a lifetime to get up there. But anyway, the Kranenturm Tower has a lot of history right here, and now serves as a hotel to stay right here in Bacharach, Germany. Pretty cool. All right, this is the town's main intersection. You can tell because 5 cars just went by all at once. Wow, pretty busy. This is the, here comes another one. Better get out of the road here. This is the, one of the original entrance gates to the town. And you have a church right behind me here. Pretty grand, massive church. Let's take a look around at the main intersection here. Okay, this is the old Bacharach post office. It dates all the way back to 1724. And back then they would deliver mail by carriage. And interesting to note, if you look down at the base of the building here, there's these cornerstones. And that was to protect the building from carriage wheels. So they wouldn't hit the building and damage the building. So that's pretty interesting. There's more to see on the inside, but unfortunately it's closed today, so I don't get to go in and see it. But 1724 post office in Bacharach. Okay, this is fascinating. This is the oldest building in Bacharach. I think it's, they said 1368, something like that. 1300s. Altus House, am I saying that right? And but really interesting medieval architecture. You'll notice the bottom floor is made of stone, but the upper floors are half timbered. Pretty interesting. And, wow, what a shot. That turned out way better than I planned. But if you'll notice the windows here, very small panes, and then molten lead puts it all together. That's the only way they knew how to make glass back then and have it all hold together. So pretty interesting. You can see it as well on the upper floors. But fascinating medieval architecture on display, 14th century, right here in Bacharach, Germany. Okay, this back in the 14th century, this was Bacharach's mint. That's where they'd make all their coins. Every town would have their own coins, and they'd make them right there in the towns. So this is where Bacharach would make their coins, right here in the 1300s. Pretty fascinating. Should I break the rules? No one's looking. Shh, nobody saw that. Shh. Damn it. Oh well. It's worth a shot. All right, that concludes our tour of Bacharach, Germany. Just spectacular. Oh, what the view from that tower was unbelievable. Wow, unbelievable. This whole city is very scenic, very beautiful. All these half-timbered houses and stuff. And it's raining. It's getting really cold now too. And see this? It's kind of like snow. I think it's turning to snow. But anyway, I'm gonna go grab some lunch. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the rest of that train tour or not. I wasn't too impressed with the first part of it. And I do have to get laundry done. I might head up to the castle. I think they've got laundry facilities. Just get my laundry done instead. But let's go grab some lunch. Oh no. Well, we'll figure something else out. All right, everything else listed in the guidebook is closed, either for the season or there's one place I was interested in, but they're closed Mondays, and today's Monday as I'm filming this. So if I see something to eat on the way, I'll stop. But I know the castle has food, and I'm not sure what they have exactly, but and if that's the case, that's a sign that I should go ahead and skip the rest of that train journey. And it's going to be getting dark soon anyway. And head up to the castle, have dinner, and hopefully get some laundry done. I don't know if they have laundry facilities. I think I read somewhere that they do, but I'll ask about it. And it'll be a nice, relaxing, early end to the night. I do have to get up early tomorrow. And we're headed to Rothenburg ob der Tauber, another medieval town. It should be spectacular. So, okay, let's go back to the castle. Unless I find something to eat on the way, then we'll stop. Wow. Unbelievable views. I don't know, this is either slushy or starting to turn into snow, maybe. I can't tell. And then look behind me. Amazing visit despite the weather. Amazing visit to Bacharach. And I'm not going to do the rest of that train tour just because I don't want to hike back down there again. It's going to get dark, and I'm going to see if I can do laundry. So anyway, let's get inside the castle and get out of these wet clothes. Well, all of the restaurants in the town seem to be closed down, and that's kind of the theme. In this sleepy little village on the Rhine River, it's the off season and everything closes for the season. So they'll reopen February, March, who knows, I don't know. And so that goes for hotels, restaurants, and just about everything around here is closed down for the season. So I had a hard time finding a place to stay even, but I ended up getting this castle, which is technically a youth hostel. But I got my own room. I got lucky with that. But if you're coming in a busier time and they don't have rooms available, you're might be put in a dorm room with a bunch of other people. So just keep that in mind. But there are other hotels around that look really nice they're just not open in the off season. But I thought they were going to have food up here. They normally have a bistro and stuff that has pizza and probably burgers and stuff like that. But That's not operating either, but they did have a few snacks, desserts. So that's what I got. I'm having dessert for dinner tonight. That's all there is. And so apple pie. In the middle is a cheesecake. It's a German style cheesecake. It just came from the Netherlands. German style cheesecake. So they use curd cheese instead of cream cheese like we do in America. So it looks really good. And a blueberry muffin. And I grabbed myself a beer. You can see what it's called there. And this is a dark wheat beer. And it's really tasty. I really like it. Never had a dark wheat beer before. It's really good. So anyway, it's a fantastic day today. Just beautiful scenery, great views out there. Staying in the castle was a highlight. And the town of Bacharach, walking around and getting the views. Wow, the Rhine River is beautiful, just gorgeous. Once again, the weather, it's been a struggle, soaking wet out there. And that's been ongoing. But tomorrow, it looks like it might not rain tomorrow. But it's going to be below freezing. It's going to be very cold still. So, but we're heading over to Rothenburg ob der Tauber, which is another medieval town, and I'm expecting it to be very similar circumstances to here, where a lot of things are going to be closed and stuff. We'll find out when we get there. But that's tomorrow's plans. So we'll spend half a day there, and so in the next vlog, stay tuned for that. Rothenburg ob der Tauber. And in the meantime, I'm going to wrap up this video, and there's not much else to say. So, well, there's one more thing to say, and that is get out there and explore your world. We'll see you in the next video.